Capper's in front by 2 lengths here from Bacanali. Rangers, Jeff Fruit. King Capper's in front. F Fruit down the outside, but in front near the line, King Capper.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 271 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group and PlayUp. This week we are going to preview our 5 runners for Saturday's Metro meeting at Eagle Farm as we now enter a bit of off-season racing after a huge summer carnival. Morning, Tony. It was a great summer for the stable with 6 stakes wins and arguably highlighted by the win of the now retired stable star Zoostyle.
Yeah, good morning, Claire. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it was a good summer. We didn't strike a blow. The Gold Coast was our negative to the positive, but overall I think the horses raced really well throughout the whole summer carnival. Yeah, Zooey, who's been retired now, he probably was the biggest highlight, winning his second George Moore, and well into the twilight of his career to still get that job done and retire on a high, which I think has been fantastic for him and the stable. But it's been great. We move on now to what we sort of call off-season racing. There is one sort of more race at Sunshine Coast, our Australia Day long weekend, but we're more getting into our off-season racing now.
Okay, and it was also a massive couple of weeks for you at the Magic Millions yearling sale on the Gold Coast as well. You purchased 18 yearlings directly or in partnership, including your first $1 million plus purchase, and I Am Invincible filly out of stable star Outback Barbie.
Yeah, John Foot did an amazing job. We had to, obviously, to sale like this, you have to have an extensive list of horses to vet and want to purchase, because you're trying to shop around the edges a bit. Obviously the Outback Barbie purchase couldn't have been done without the support of the Acton family and Jennifer and the whole family. We appreciate that support with a filly of that calibre.
Absolutely.
And hopefully a filly we can get back to that race next year. But there's a lot of work went into the sale. There are still some yearlings, still some shares left in a few yearlings. They are selling very, very quickly, which is good news. But there's some lovely horses there, and they were in all brackets. Obviously she was 1.2 million down to 85,000 for a Piarata, cutest Piarata filly. So there's been a bunch of activity in the buying front, which we try and secure horses for, at all costs.
Yep.
But most importantly, no matter the cost, they're horses that we like, that John likes and selected well. So we did a fair bit on their pedigree analysis, and then John did a lot of stuff on confirmation and action, and then we did all the vetting that went into it. So there's a bunch of work done over the week. And I'm really, really excited for the purchases that we made this year. So
if you are interested, please make sure you get in touch, sales@gollanracing.com.au, or you can email me at stables@gollanracing.com.au, or contact Tony directly. Okay, before we move on with our preview, Tony, you just wanted to give a shout out to our follower of the stable? Yeah,
just a shout out to the family of Stu Trevor. Unfortunately, Stu lost his battle with cancer, which is a very tough time for Marcus and the family. So our thoughts are with you.
Absolutely.
It's always sad when something like this happens, and Stu was a very good supporter of our stable. So team out there, look, our thoughts are with you during this really trying time.
Condolences to everyone. On to Saturday's Queensland Metropolitan meeting at Eagle Farm. The rail will be in the 1 metre position. The track is currently a soft 6 with some showers forecast over the rest of the week. How do you see the track playing on Saturday, Tony?
Looks beautiful. The track, walked across it the other morning to watch some gallops here on Tuesday. The track looks terrific. It's really thickened up. When we first come back from the Renault, it wasn't as thick as what it is, but obviously this rain and humidity that we've been getting, this grass thrives in this, as you know by your lawns at home. I'm sure they're growing rapidly. So this track has thickened up nicely. I think it'll race terrific. I can't see why it wouldn't. I've had a mini little Renault on it, they've already drained it, etc, etc. So I think the track will race beautiful on the weekend. In fact, it'll be the best service we've been on for some time, so I think it'll be perfect.
Okay, we'll start with race 4, which is the benchmark 68 handicap over 1,000 metres. Blue Spinel runs. Angela Jones will ride with 59.5 kilos. Drawn barrier 2 with PlayUp. She's paying $9 to win and $3 for the place. She is first up on Saturday after stringing 3 wins in a row together last preparation. She's 1 from 1 at Eagle Farm and does usually come to hand quickly.
Yeah, she's one of the more improved horses in the stable. Last prep, we've always liked her. It just took her a while to mature. Last prep, she just did a great job. Went to Rocky in one, then come back and won in town. And just the longer the prep went on, the better she went. She had a nice break, come back, and she's just improved again. Her jump outs and trials have been terrific. Her trial on the grass, which you guys have probably all seen vision of, she sat back and just powered home. Then I gave her a dirt jump out after that where she could have beat Prince of Boom. Like, she's really in good order, this horse. This is a good race for a low grade 1,000. Obviously, Kelly Swider's horse, the one that they ring a steal, he's the favourite. He was very impressive back to the midweeks. Now he's been gelded etc.
Yes, yeah.
If he turns up in that sort of shape again, he's obviously the horse to beat. But she's just very much an improving filly. I think she'll get a lovely run in behind what looks to be a good speed, and she'll be strong late. The price has obviously gone up, was the wrong price early, because she's been snapped right in now in market to what she was. So she's a genuine top 3 chance and could easily win the race. She's in good shape.
Race 7 is the benchmark 78 handicap over 1200 metres. We have Black on Beauty in this. She'll carry 57 kilos and Angela Jones will ride her. She's drawn barrier 10 with PlayUp. Black on Beauty's paying $3.50 to win and $1.65 for the place. She did have a really good first preparation for our stable in the winter. A close second followed by 2 wins. Has returned with a nice trial and a jump out under no pressure and does have a pretty good first up record.
Yeah, she does. She had a good record when she was John O'Shea's fresh up, and she held her form nicely for us. She got beat fresh up for us last time and then went on her winning way, but I'm really happy with her. I've had a beautiful build up with her. Both her and Blue Spinel, they're fantastic horses for this next period of the year. They could easily just continue to plough through their grades. Lovely on pace horse, likes Eagle Farm, ran well here before. Yeah, sure, fresh up, just fitness late. Could be a touch vulnerable, but she's such a mare that comes to hand nicely. Her trial, untested behind Zoo Style, was very good. The jump out in the dirt after that was still really good as well. So I'm super happy with her preparation. Yes, will improve. Lovely go forward horse that's in a good place and well weighted in this grade.
We'll move down to race 9 now, which is the benchmark 90 handicap over 1200 metres. Tock Queen will run 54 kilos with Angela Jones in the saddle, barrier 4. She's paying $5 to win with PlayUp and $2 for the place. She did race competitively in Stakes Company in the winter, including a very solid 8th out of 18 in the Group 1 Stradbroke. Nice trial and a quiet jump up to get ready for this, and did win first up a couple of preps ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure about her if she's as good fresh up, to be honest. I think she builds into a preparation. That's what I do think. I love the low draw for her, but she's fresh up back from a tie back operation. I'm really happy with the way that she's mentally. I want to see her go there, go under the barrier as well. She's always had that little bit of she gets herself a little bit worked up going to the gates. I want to see her execute that well, which I've seen her improve from jump out to trial, trial to jump out. Really happy the way that she's going here. Low draw, as I mentioned before, is important. Hopefully we can be midfield defence rather than being back last. But I can certainly see her weaving through and being very strong to the line. I thought in this benchmark 90, she was very well placed. If you look at her beaten form in good races in the winter, she's well and truly up to this grade. So she excites me a bit, and I love this track for her. As this Eagle Farm track's improved, it's really ideal for a horse like her. So I expect her to run well. Is she a little bit vulnerable fresh up? Yeah, she could be, particularly if it's a hot, humid day. She just might get herself a little bit warmer. So she will improve for the fresh up run, but ability-wise is going to take her a long way. I think it's a race with few chances, actually, this. And if we can get the right run through them, she's certainly one of those chances.
Race 10 is the benchmark 90 handicap over the mile. We have 2 runners. The first one will start with this Freedom Rally, who loves the camera. He'll carry 58 kilos. Ben Thompson will ride him from barrier 5. With PlayUp, he's paying $1.80 to win and $1.20 for the place. It was a good win at this track, over 1400 metres 2 starts ago, before a close second in the buffering over the 1350 last start at Doomben. Out to the mile for the first time, but you'd think he's bred to get it with his dam being an Oaks performed mare.
Out of a very stout family. I know Peter and the crew are really keen to try him at the mile, and his sectionals all support Peter's theory and want him to get a mile, because he's when he's on song, when he's at his best, which we've seen his last 2 runs, his last furlong is his best furlong. So that always indicates he can step him up that little bit further. So his sectional support it, his pedigree supports it. The way that he relaxed the other day outside, 2 starts ago when he won, when he sat outside lead, the way that he relaxed, something he couldn't do as a younger horse. He wanted to go too fierce. And then he went into that really good race where he split Tamerlane and Zoo Style. He's got the right form, his temperament, the way that he's controlling himself in the run all indicates a mile will be perfect. He maps to get a beautiful run here. He's a horse I particularly like, this horse. I mean, he's obviously a short price favourite. He's our best chance on the day, which we'll get to obviously in a minute. But I think he's got everything about him indicates he'd be very, very hard to beat, and he loves Eagle Farm.
Second runner we have is Aussie Nugget. He'll carry 57.5 kilos. Ryan Maloney rides barrier 13. He's paying $11 to win and $3.30 for the place with PlayUp. A no second at this track and trip 2 starts ago. Then last start over the Doomben Mile was below par, but may have had an excuse.
Yeah, we whacked a tongue tie on him. I think he just choked himself down the other day. He came in, his breathing was poor. Didn't scope with any abnormalities, so we put a tongue tie back on him, a piece of gear he wore in Melbourne. His work's been great. He looks terrific.
He
the horse.
does, yeah.
I don't love the barrier here for him. I actually quite like those lower draws where when he can be a little bit tight, you give him a little squeeze, he can just hold a position. From out there, he's going to be towards the rear from the way that he begins and that wide draw. So Ryan's going to be back. He's going to have to ride a race through him. He's not a horse you can take off wide and early on, so he'll have to try and cut the corner and try and get up through them and see if he can suck up. So he needs a little bit of luck, to get through a field like this, where Freedom Rally's going to be 3rd or 4th, just behind the lead.
Yeah.
He's going to get every chance. He's going to be very hard to come from behind. To come from behind him and beat him. So Freedom Rally's on top out of the 2.
Yep.
I am disappointed in the draw for Aussie Nugget, but look, the grade of race is right up Aussie Nugget's wheelhouse, and I guess if Freedom Rally doesn't get the mile, because you never really know that you put him over it, well then he will come into the race, or as with a lot of other horses.
Okay. We are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who do you think your best winning chance is at Eagle Farm on Saturday?
Got a great team in Saturday, really, for off-season racing kicking off. Got a really good team in, and the track is racing well. This bloke here, Freedom Rally, he's my best chance. He's up nice and fit for the summer. I don't believe we're going to run too many. I think he's spot on for this. Really keen to try him out over the mile. So I think he could be a really big player this winter carnival.
Okay, who is your best each way chance?
Pretty tricky one, that, because there's a few of those each way, but she was definitely Blue Spinel when they opened up. I think she opened up around about $12 in some markets, which was way over the odds. I think Cav said he might have even got 15s. But I think Blue Spinel, and she's terrific each way. She's come back a better filly, really good little short course horse, so she's my each way. Okay,
and your best at the provincials over the next couple of days?
I'm not sure we're going to worry too much about the provincials this week, so we'll leave the provincials out. I'm not sure we'll get a run with one on Friday night, and 10 metre hot stinking Ipswich on Sunday. We're not going to worry too much about that either.
Appeal.
So we'll leave the provincials alone.
Yep.
Let's concentrate at Eagle Farm and get these city winners back rolling again.
Okay, your best track worker this week?
Super happy with the work of Freedom Rally and Aussie Nugget. They actually worked together Tuesday morning. Visually the work was good, and the data back off the gallop was terrific.
Okay, your performance from the stable for the week?
Not much to ride home around except for good old Brentwood on the Wednesday, but Brentwood was my star of the show. Yet another horse that you're going to see in this off-season racing. He'll take that step from Wednesday to Saturday now.
Yep.
I think he'll take it with a plum this prep.
Okay, now courtesy of PlayUp, it is a stable special offer, and this week it is $4 for Tock Queen to run top 2. What are your thoughts on that?
Quite like it.
Yeah.
She's a mare you're going to see hopefully weaving through the field, but if she can lob even 3 pairs back the fence, I think that's ideal for her, and the Ange can navigate her through. She rides her well, she knows her well. So Tock Queen could be in for a really, really big couple of runs. I'm super happy with her attitude.
Yeah.
She's always been a cantankerous mare, as was her sister, socialising. But I'm really, really pleased with her at the moment. Okay.
Now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. It's been tough going for Craig lately on the Gold Coast especially. Let's hope it was a forgive run for him last start and he's back to his best this week.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. Last week, no joy. Hard weekend. But anyway, this weekend we'll go to Eagle Farm on Saturday. We'll go Blue Spinel, a win. Into Freedom Rally, a win. Good punting, guys.
Okay, so he's gone win-win again. Don't know why he keeps changing his
Well,
method.
he's potting the favourite, obviously. Ring Steel, he's potting it, so Kelly Sweater might have something to say about that. But
so it's Blue Spinel and a win into Freedom Rally.
Yeah. So there was that short price favourite in Blue Spinel's race, but both going well. And I think this time of the year you see that bit of a changeover now. You see there's a few horses just hanging around from the summer, and then you see these horses with the fresh legs that are coming through. And I think a few of our fresh leggers are ready to really strike well in town, Blue Spinel being one of them.
Okay, well good luck at headquarters on Saturday, Tony. We have some nice chances throughout the card.
Yeah, we do. Good luck everyone else out there on the punt. And don't forget, if you do want to get any of these yearlings that we've bought, please email in to Steve at sales.
Sales at
Gollan Racing.
Yep. Or stables.
Also, or in Declare at stables at Gollan Racing, or give myself a call. Either way, one of the 3 options there, because there's some bloody nice yearlings, and shares are going very quickly.
Absolutely, they are. Best of luck to everyone over the whole weekend.